have to ask ourselves why the people now are so connected with the monasteries. Why?
Yeah.
Why they are coming to the monasteries? This is very important. For me, there are many reasons for that. Help the people to come to the monastery. First, the technology. Because the technology gives an opportunity to the people to hear about monasteries and monks, and the technology help the people to make the roads so easy for them. You know, transportation, it's so easy now to come to the monastery. And also the curiosity of the people. They would like to see something which is just they read about it or they heard about it. They like to see how it is. And but for me nowadays the main issue, why the people they coming to the monastery? I think because the life in the society became very difficult, which means there is a kind of pressure on the people. We can say it's a economical pressure. We can say it's the way of living in the society with the people. It became very difficult. And in the same time, there are many diseases which is started to be known. It was not known before to the people, but now they know every thing about diseases and illness, and they found that the society cannot help them. For example, the doctors cannot help them. Okay, they went to the doctor to recover, but they couldn't. The only way for them is God. And through the saints, or through the holy places, or through the icons, or through the sacred objects. And I believe that when you see the people who are coming to the monastery, everybody come with something in his mind, carry something in his mind, or carry something in his body, carry something in his thinking, coming with the load. And he would like to leave his load here in the monasteries.
But Abuna, I understand that, but let us think about what is the responsibility before God. The responsibility for these troubles of the people. This is the responsibility of the priests and the fathers, the bishops of the church. Bishop means overseer, the one who looks over the episcopus. He looks over his people. So God will ask the bishops and God will ask the priests, like he asked Peter, did you feed my sheep?
But nowadays he will ask the monks.
No.
Yes.
No.
You know why? Because
I don't.
He will ask the monks, because he will ask the monks what you did for the society.
I prayed.
What you did? Yes. Okay. Pray is not enough.
Pray is enough, Abuna. The life of the monk is a life of solitude, leaving behind him all those things which attach him to the world, death to the world. Solitude, death to the world, approach to God, openness to God himself, direct approach. This is the special qualities of the monk. If you say, we want the monk to do also the work of the priest and the bishop, you are saying, okay, these three cannot do, because you cannot be in solitude and be in people. You cannot pray in solitude and give counsel to the people. You cannot do two things in the left and right hand in the same time.
But it's not a direct relation between the laity and the monks. There is a direct relation between the laity and the monasteries. Which means the role of the monk here is not to be in contact with the people, direct contact, no. For example, if I ask myself now how the monastery is open for the people, how much activities is behind to open the door for the visitors. There is a lot of activities from many monks. Okay, not a direct one, but for example, if you would like to a guest in your house, okay, just for offering him a cup of tea, what you are going to do? You are going to clean the house, prepare the house, prepare the tea, offer the tea, stay with him. You know, for me it's the same. I mean, the monks, they have a rule now in the Coptic society, is supporting them, which means open the gate of the monastery for them. They would like to come to the holy places, even if they don't see the monks. You can see that there are many visitors, they come to the monastery, direct to the church or direct to the relics of the saints, and they do what they like, and then they leave the monastery without seeing the monks. But it became very important now, the rules of the monks, which is supporting the society.
So you are saying that the monasteries themselves as places have a spiritual significance for the people as well as for the monks.
Yes.
But the monks themselves can still be,
they should be
a separate
behind the
community.
curtain, you know.
I
agree with you.
This is a good idea. Yeah. This is a good.
Behind the curtain, they can do their practice.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But in the same time, they are supporting the society, because I found that the only place now for the Copts to release, to be relaxed, is the monasteries. And on the other hand, for example, you can see someone who come to the monk and say, you know, I didn't confess since 15, 20 years. I would like to confess. Because when he comes to the monastery, I think there is a kind of touch between the holy place or the saint or the atmosphere of the monastery with the people, which makes him, I would like to confess now. Which is something very important. Or someone who comes and says, oh, I haven't Holy Communion for 20 years. I would like to have a Holy Communion. Could I? And this is something very important, because what is the rules now of the monks dealing with the laity? How are we thinking? Shall we think like the early monasticism? Or we have to think differently, especially dealing with the sinners.
But I like your idea about the two faces of the monastery, the public face and the private face. This is okay, because I remember one word which it struck me very deeply. Somebody was saying to one of the fathers, Father, give me a word, help me, because I am suffering. And the father said to him, well, I'm also suffering. How a suffering man can help a suffering man? So I thought about this, okay, I am a monk, but I am also suffering. I am also needing help. I need God to forgive my sins. I need God to make my weakness to be strength. I need God to make my crooked way to be straight. I also need help. So how I can give help to a person who is... Two drowning people cannot save... So for me, I think there is a need for strong fathers, bishops and priests who are good shepherds, who are looking after the people. If some of the monks feel that they have this capacity to take confession, to give Holy Communion to the people, to sit with them and discuss with them, to show them their way, let those monks, follow that way, but do not encourage the idea that all monks now in the monasteries are available, because this will change the idea of monasticism. We need still to keep the idea that in the desert there is a closed world, and this some seekers, some men, and in the female monasteries you can say the girls too, like to go and to enter into this place with God, to be in the chamber of the King, to be alone with Him, to have a special communion with Him, possibly because they themselves are weak, feeling themselves weak. So this needs to be still preserved. This kind of special world needs to be preserved. So I agree with you that we can make a partition. We can say, okay, the monastery as a physical place is open for you.
Yeah.
And we have some monks who are
But the private
available. But we have behind this
private life of the monks is not open.
Aywa,
Yes,
aywa.
it should be closed.
I think this
should be closed.
this
yeah.
point should be made.